VW Beetle. Got a little bit of debris here and there. But overall, it's in pretty good shape. The paint job seems to be pretty well intact. The body condition is not bad either, even though it can use a few details, such as the tail lights, for instance, and maybe even a license plate, maybe even the manufacturer's badge, the VW badge or logo. There's a few areas. It depends on how detailed you want to get when you're going to detail these things out. Looks pretty good from the factory, this one does. Not too bad. It does have the VW badge up front, looks like. See if we can get a better shot of that. A little more in focus. So yeah, this one's not in too bad a shape. Looks like we have a little bit of something going on here. See if I can point it out. A little scuff mark or something with the paint. Could probably maybe be rubbed out. Who knows? Not too big a problem. But overall, this one seems to be in pretty good shape. I mean, you get a few scratches, as you can see on the top here, a few deformations. It can be shot at different angles to eliminate that. The glass is a little bit scratched, I mean, with their hairline, and once again, you can shoot them at angles that you can hide that, depending on how involved you get with the particular model, and depending on what it's used for. The more damage that it may have, or potential damage, or deformations, or scuffs, and so on, the more it has, then of course, the less you would do close-ups and such, and really, things like that. So this one looks like it may have gone through something. And you can see that the top is a little roughed up, and then you got an enhanced spot right here. That's kind of bad. Looks like maybe it was on its top and maybe stepped on, not stepped on too heavy, but it's hard telling. But it definitely has a little bit of surface damage. But it's in pretty good shape overall. Let's see what we can say about this one. The appeal is pretty good. Has a nice paint job. Wheels are still in good shape. The history of this car speaks for itself. I mean, VWs, the Beetles themselves are very popular cars. And this one being a replica. This one is a Hot Wheels replica, to be exact. And being a replica makes it somewhat of a potential collector's item in the future. This one's obviously fairly new. It's only a few years old from the day of this recording, but some cars do hold their value over time, and these Beetles have shown to do that, at least thus far. So the overall condition is, pretty good. Not too bad. So that's it for that car. This one is a VW Beetle. This one's a 1956 Beetle Deluxe. Pretty nice shape. This one was somewhat of a kit car. You put it together, it has the extra large tires in the back. I've always loved that. I'm from that era of automobiles with the big wheels in the back. Pretty good looking car though. Hey, and this one has working parts. Let's see. Some of these guys do have working parts, and this is one of them. course, it won't stay for too long. And that's not all. I'm sure we're going to lose it here, but the rear opens as well. Probably won't stay, but you can pretty much get the idea. So yeah, pretty nice unit. As I mentioned, it came as somewhat of a kit. I'll show you what I mean there. See, the chassis separates. It's got a screw that's in there right now. I'm not going to bother with that, but the chassis comes off. The chassis and the body separates. And as you can see, the panel at the front and the rear compartments open. Engine compartment and the trunk compartment, they both open. But these cars, with their design, are almost like natural hot rods, or something designed to be a hot rod, even though unless they're modified or something, these things don't come out of the factory with too much power. They weren't designed for that, you know, in general, but once again, they just look like something that is automatically perfect for a hot rod. And there it is, the VW Beetle. Condition, not bad. But yeah, these cars are really, really good looking cars. VW Beetle. As I mentioned, this one's the 56 Beetle Deluxe. Looks pretty good for photography. Looks pretty good for photo reproduction and so on. VW Beetle.